Mr. Average Fan here, and right now I'd like to talk about Montreal, Minnesota last night. This is a bit of a late reaction video, late recap video, but this is just what I saw last night. Last night was a pretty brutal game, if you ask me. The first period, the Habs had it going pretty good. Like, I thought that the Kotkaniemi, Lehkonen line, Barber line was really going to get something going. They had a few good chances. There was a few chances where Kotkaniemi could have shot it, but he decided to make the pass. I find Drouin does that a lot. But as for the Drouin Domi line, Domi himself had a few good chances. I found Drouin had kind of a brutal game. He made a few stupid back passes. He kind of screwed up the power play a little bit a few times, like just coming in, making lazy passes that went out that they should have kept inside. That's half the reason why our power play hasn't been going like it should. But I can't put it all on Drouin. He's pretty much the quarterback of the power play line, that first power play line at least. Domi, that toe drag move by Domi last night was sweet. I really wish he had to score on it. That would have been such a crazy highlight if he had to score on that. People would have been crazy. It would have been like that Duclair goal earlier in the season when he deked out everybody in front of the net. It would have been even better because Domi brought it to like right to the blue line, nearly went offsides, just kept it in, made the guy look like a fool, pretty much like danced him. Beautiful shot, but Dubnyk was there to answer it. Dubnyk was there the whole night. Big reason why Minnesota won that game was because of Dubnyk. I'm not putting the totally on him. A lot of it was lack of fight in the third for the Habs, if you ask me. The last few minutes, last 2 minutes, they really did bring it. When Price got pulled, they had a few good attempts, but other than that, almost everything they were throwing at the net was getting deflected away. They couldn't get inside. I knew Minnesota's defense. Most of their shots were from outside. They were hoping for tips. Just defensively, they got shut down. And when Weber went out, I think that was a big blow to their confidence that really hurt them. Petrie and these guys had to take on extra minutes that they weren't supposed to. Clearly, it affected Petrie because he made that terrible, terrible play where he passed it over to Granlund. And Greenway and Stahl had the assists on that. Granlund had the goal. That was the game-winning goal. Price could do nothing about it. He tried to slide across to stop it. I believe it was Greenway was in his way, and Petrie was in his way. I thought it might have got challenged for goaltender interference, but then when I realized Petrie was really the guy who blocked him, like was the one who like pretty much interfered with him, what call could we get there? You can't get goaltender interference when your own player is the one interfering with the goalie. So that really cost. Really did. It cost us the win. It was a 1-0 game, and if Petrie didn't have to make that mistake, I really feel like Price would have. If Petrie didn't have to get in his way, I really feel like Price would have stopped that shot. But if Petrie didn't have to make that mistake, they wouldn't have had the shot to begin with. He did cost him the game, but I really can't hate on Jeff Petrie. He's done so much for this franchise since he's been here. He's been great. We pretty much got him for like nothing. I can't remember who got traded for him or Pick got traded for him, but he's been such a steal. He had 30 points last year. He had a career high. The past 2 years, especially, he has been great. His first year, he was pretty decent. His second year, he looked like he was falling off a bit, but he's been great since then. I got nothing bad to say about Petrie. He's definitely a good top four. I probably wouldn't put him as a top line center, although the year he's having is crazy, or top line defense, Minnesota say. But although the year he's having is crazy, he really is just like a top four middle line guy, second pairing guy. Good for 20 minutes or so. You don't really want to work him more than that because it does wear on him after a while, for sure. But yeah, I got nothing bad to say about Petrie other than last night. He really cost us the game. Price was on point. He made 24 out of saves on 25 shots, I'm pretty sure. A lot of the saves he did make were beautiful, beautiful saves. He had some great plays. There was one where he sprawled back across the net and just got his arm out to like get it out. So yeah, he was solid. His save percentage went up to a 909 today. His goals against went down to a 271, which is good because there was a point there like 10 games ago when he was below 900. A lot of people were ragging on for that, even though he had the wins. So it's good to see Price get it going for sure. Even in the last, it's really good to see Price get it going. And my overall thoughts on the game was it was brutal for me because I hate watching my team for the whole game, not seeing them score once. Even if you lose, I like to see players get on the board. I would have liked seeing Kotkaniemi get a point, Domi get a point, guys like that. I like seeing them get points. I'm one of those guys that checks the stats like every morning and just hopes that the Habs. I really want to see a guy in the top 20, top 10 scoring. I can't even remember the last time we had a top 10 goal scorer or top 10 point getter. Pacioretty. Yeah, Pacioretty was a top 10 goal scorer, yes, but I can't remember any time we had a top 10 point getter, like a real legit superstar. Personally, myself, that's just me. Camilleri was really good goals wise. Pacioretty was really good goals wise, but like the guys that just rack up those points. Look what Rantanen's doing in Colorado. It's good to see Domi going like he was. He has slowed down a lot, but he was really good in last night's game. He definitely could have had a couple goals if Dubnyk wasn't on his A game like he was. Price was great. Defense was really lackluster last night, especially when Weber went down. Second period they were pretty good. First period, I don't know. First period, I don't know. There wasn't as many shots from Minnesota, but they still didn't look that good. It looked like Minnesota was missing the net quite a bit. But that's my reaction. That's my thoughts on last night's game. If you liked what I said, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you'd like to. We have Hockey Talk anytime, and have a good day.